I'm John Hamill. It's John Hamill.
And what is your rank aboard Sequoia?
I am the second mate, the navigator for the ship. I am the weather officer to the extent that we have one. I do a few other jobs. I'm responsible for the communications equipment and just a few small jobs like that.
Well, that's kind of important. Communications and weather and
Yeah.
navigation is sort of
Right.
like what keeps the ship operating and safe. If there's a young person out there who's like, man, that's I want to do that. How would you recommend them starting?
I would say a good option would be to just start going to sea and work your way up as a Haas piper, and do that for 4 or 6 years. You have to stay focused. It's easy when you're working as a deckhand to lose track of goals and to lose discipline. You have to force yourself to keep studying, keep preparing, and then at the end of that 4 or 6 years, when you've got some sea time built up, go to one of the maritime academies. Especially some of the academies offer 2 and 3 year programs rather than a full 4-year, so that you can bank on some of your on-the-job experience. I recommend that as opposed to straight hose piping like I did, because there have been so many regulatory changes in the past year or so that while it's not impossible, it's extremely difficult to work your way up on your own.
Everyone I've talked to has talked about the bond between the crew being really strong on this ship. Do you find that to be the truth?
I do. That's one of the things that makes the Kuliak such a great place to sail. Is we've been very fortunate to get people that are, they're generally a couple notches above your typical mariner.
And what's it like to see the scientists coming through here all the time?
It's a lot of fun. It's one of the things that makes this job unique from most maritime jobs. For me, the most interesting part is just being out here and helping them to collect the data, just helping them to have the most successful cruise that they can have is the part that's really satisfying to me. So.
Do you chat with the scientists over meals? Do you try to initiate conversations with them, or are they too busy? Or
oftentimes they're too busy, and on my watch schedule, I don't see them very often. I stand most of my watch at night when they're either shut down completely or working on just a skeleton night crew. Your night watches, they are fun because you're pretty much up here by yourself. Lookouts and all, but you get more options to make more decisions for yourself, and to just try to manage things, keep things quiet for the rest of the crew.
when you think about Sequoia when you're not aboard, what do you think about? Is it just an office? Is it the place you gotta go? Is it just a job?
In a lot of ways, it's a second life. It's so completely different from my home life that it's almost like stepping into a completely different world and a completely different life.